this is just going to be a quick video revisiting the Supernote calendar. I was on a live stream a while back with Rod over at Rants About Tech, and one of his members mentioned the Memo feature on the Books platform. And also, Aaron at 2530 Media has really done a deep dive into books and how their calendar function works. Quite frankly, I think if you merged the Supernote calendar and the Books calendar, you'd have the best of both worlds and probably one of the best calendars on the market. I don't think there's much that could beat it, quite frankly. But I still think that I would give the Supernote the edge in a few key areas. And I'm going to show you those. I'm started here for a reason. This is on a note within a folder, and I've created two different notes here. And you'll notice, just because I'm a redundancy nerd, I've also put the date within the title of each note. I do that just as, again, a redundancy feature for me to make sure that I have it, and that if something was ever corrupted or somehow the metadata within the note got corrupted, I could still search and find it by date. But all that said, I've created these two notes. And what I've done here is really important. What I do every morning is any meetings I have coming up, I go ahead and first thing in the morning create a note for that meeting. And the reason I do that is because the calendar app on the Supernote looks at the creation date of the note and then binds that directly to the date on the calendar. Remember, within the Supernote, you also sync to your Google Calendar. So the idea is if you have an event on your Supernote, you also have that event on your Google Calendar or your Outlook calendar, or you don't have to use a third-party calendar. It's completely up to you. But for me, at work, I use Google Calendar, and that makes this really easy. So what I do as part of my workflow is I create these notes. If we go over to the calendar app, what you're going to see here is I have two notes, and I put the floating toolbar here just to keep it kind of out of the way. I found that's actually the best place for it. And then you'll see over here all of my events. Now there's some stuff on here. You can see that my location comes over, which is showing the office. I'm on vacation from my main work this week. And then you'll see that we had an event for an open house for our new gaming center. But then what you'll see is that I have these two meeting notes, and they correspond with the meeting notes that I have in the note. So if I pop this up in this note bar, you see that I have these two things. Now that's really cool. And so far we're pretty much on par with Books and the way Books creates things. Now, what's different is that from here, with just one tap, I can go ahead and create a new note. One thing the Books calendar has that's really cool is this idea of a memo space. So it's almost like a running notepad throughout your day where you can add different things. And it is searchable, and Aaron does a great job of pointing that out. What is missing, or at least what's missing from the Supernote, is being able to write either on the daily view or being able to write somewhere on the calendar other than on the monthly and weekly views. You can do that, but you don't really have like a scratch pad. And I think that that's what a lot of people are looking for. And that's what She Inc. mentioned, was this idea of a scratch pad, and that's what you use that memo for. You can kind of get around that on the Supernote. And the main way I found to do that is either you pre-create in the morning a memo note. Now I'm going to walk you through the process of how easy that is to do here. The one thing it's going to not do is, since I'm a folder driven guy, it's not going to allow this to be where I want it to be originally. If you create something in the calendar, it goes into the root directory, so you'll have to go back and move it later. The way around that is to do what I did here, which is in the morning, create all of the notes you need, and then they are already here. We're going to do it in real time so you can see. So I can just create a new note. I'm going to call this, empty that out, and I'm going to call it Memo 03312025. Now it's going to create my memo, and I'm going to say create. And now I've accidentally left this in a standard note, but that's okay because we're just going to do this in real time, and we'll still be able to search by title. So now I'm going to go ahead and give my note a title. So I'm going to say Memo 03312025. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn that into a heading. So I'll select it. I'll create my header. Now, like I told you before, this is going to take me back to the calendar, but that note exists in the root directory. But what you'll see here in just a minute is that we'll give it just a minute and it will show up. There it is. Now I have all three of my notes and they're created in the order I created them. I have my meeting 2, my meeting 1, and my memo. Kind of cool. I mean, the idea behind this is it's easy access, and then I can go ahead and click here. I go straight to my memo note. I can do anything here I want. And then I can go back. It takes me back to the calendar, open up my notes again, go into meeting 1. And now I'm in meeting 1. Do whatever I need to do, go back, takes me back again to that calendar. Again, that's the functionality that unless I'm missing something, and Aaron, if you're listening, and I am, please let me know if this is as easy of a navigation process on the books, then I stand corrected. But for me, the idea of just having all of that right here, being able to see my meetings, being able to have my notes, being able to create a new note on the fly without any recourse and call it whatever I want, doesn't have to be a memo. I use the memo because that's the use case that I've been kind of shown, but you can do a lot of different things from here. Now, if I go to my global search and let's say I want to search by file and I want to search memo. We will go to memo and then I search. Now what's going to happen here is this is going to pull up anything with memo in the title, and that is a little bit more daunting. So let's go ahead and switch this over to note and research, and now it's going to limit it to just note. There is my memo from today. Anyway, thank you all so much. Just wanted to clarify this, show what I was talking about, because I think something got lost in translation through the chat and trying to have this conversation via message. Powerful tool, powerful functionality. I don't know that it's as good as the book's memo, but it's definitely super powerful on the Supernote platform if you're in that ecosystem. And I think that's the real important thing to take a hold of here. Thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you to all of my patrons. Please check us out on Patreon, on Discord, on YouTube. And until next time, keep moving forward.